Hey guys, Sean from Bantam Overland. Have you wanted to put lights on the front of your Jeep? Well, Bantam Overland has the solution. Our 2007 to 2018 Jeep JK front light mounts. Super easy to install and will work perfectly whether you have a factory or aftermarket bumper. Just have to remove the front grille and they mount to the radiator support. Hides and installs easily behind the grille and gives you a perfect location for a set of light pods or even a light bar. So without further ado, let's get right into the install. So we don't need many tools to actually install our light brackets. We're going to need a panel removal tool, 7/16 open-ended wrench, and a piece of cardboard, and that piece of cardboard is more for protection of our radiator. So let's go ahead and start removing our pop clips from the top of our grill. There's 6 of them in total. So easiest way, just get under there and then just pop out to remove. Do the same thing for all 6. Make sure we put these in a nice safe place because we're going to reinstall them once we're all done. Next, we have to either unplug the parking lights or actually remove the light bulb. I prefer just to remove the light bulb. Easiest way, stick your hand back in there and turn and just remove the light bulb completely from the grill. Just like that, you're just going to turn it. Once we have it out, we can release the bottom clips and just remove the grill. So before we begin actually installing the light brackets, we want to be cautious that we are not blocking any of these. That's what actually holds your factory grill in, so we'll want to be careful on that. So as far as installation, let's go ahead and we just want to kind of get our piece of cardboard in there so we're not hitting our grill and denting it. So how you see it here is how it's going to come to you. All the bolts and everything already in. So first thing we're going to want to do is go ahead and remove the top 2 bolts, the nuts and the washers. So that's so we can get it up under. So let's go ahead and do that. So now I have top 2 bolts out. It's actually going to scoot up under the brace here, and then we'll go ahead and throw those carriage bolts back in. So just like that, super simple to do. Now we'll have to, kind of get our carriage bolts in here. This can be a little bit difficult, but just take your time, get it straight in. And then go ahead and grab your washer and your nut. So there's the one. Then the second one here. So we're going to go ahead and leave them loose for now. We're going to go ahead and actually install the other side, because once they're both installed, that's when you kind of want to take measurements on where the placement needs to be, depending on what you're doing. So if you're doing a light bar and you have a very specific measurement that you have to be in, You're going to want to do that then before tightening it all up. So let's go ahead, do the exact same thing for the other one. And we're just go ahead again, get it around. There we go. Put our washer and nut on. And then the other side here. Washer and nut. So now they're both installed, but we need to tighten them up. So for us, we're actually going to be putting on a set of the Morimoto Big Bangers on here. So I kind of want to get it somewhere in the middle of these two parts right here, which actually hold the grill on. So I want to get it, you know, semi-close. You know, if you want to grab a tape measure, measure it, make sure it's perfect. Totally up to you. So once you're happy with where they are, you can go ahead and grab your 7/16 either open-ended or ratcheting wrench and get them all tightened up. So I'm happy with where they're going to sit, and again, I can always move them later down the road if I need to, depending on what I'm putting on. So let's go ahead, get these all tightened down. Then we'll get the bottom one. Again, just be careful with your radiator. Don't go crazy. There we go. So that's in there nice and tight. Move over to the other one. Just get that one tightened up. Get the bottom tightened. So now our brackets are nice and tight. One little tip, you just want to make sure that your bolts are very straight and solid on the support bar here. Just makes things a lot easier in the end, and you don't have any kind of lifting or angle issues with your light brackets. So next, we're going to go ahead and throw on the Morimoto Big Bangers just to give you an idea of what they would look like. This time, if you have other lights, you can go ahead and put them on, get them all wired. If you're not sure of what lights you want, you can always visit us at bantamoverland.com. We have a variety of lights for you to choose from. So let's go ahead, grab those Morimoto Big Bangers, get them up on here, show you what they're going to look like. So most of the lights are pretty easy installation on these brackets. You're just gonna, you know, put your light together, get your bracket on there, drop the bolt down through, your washer, your nut, and then you're gonna go ahead and tighten it up depending on what size bolt that is. So before you get too tight, kind of want to take a look at it, see exactly where you want it. Just make sure, yep, perfect there. Go ahead and do the other one. looks good. Now obviously you do have to do some aiming and so on and so forth, but that'll come in another video. So once your lights are installed, we have them all wired to our battery or to our switch panel, whatever we're doing. Now it's time we can actually go ahead and put the factory grill back on. So that will just be reverse of how we took it off. So just kind of slide it behind the lights. Before you lock it all the way in, let's make sure that we get our lights either plugged back in or back in the socket. So for the lights, just get them lined up and then turn. Or if you had it unplugged, just plug it right back in to the bulb. So now let's move over to the passenger side, get that light in. There we go. So now, super simple, just press the grill back into place. And then we're gonna go ahead and just grab our push pins, get them all back reinstalled, all 6 of those. Now that our grill's back on, we can close the hood, do any testing that you hadn't already done, and we are done with this installation. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you have any questions or are looking to purchase the Bantam Overland front bumper light mounts, please visit us at bantamoverland.com. And as always, have a blast out there.